So once open for a user, we need to record the script. We can record the script means these are the record button. So just click on record button. So once open the record button, then we'll see the one more pop-up window, start recording. So you need to see the record is a web application. I selected web browser. So we need to web application means we need to select for the web browser, and this is for the application nothing but browser. You need to select which browser, Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, or which browser you want. You need to select that browser. So I am selected as a IE, and this is the URL of the application. So which application we are doing to testing, so you need to give for that URL here. And before recording, see here recording options will be there, right? These are the important. Before recording, you need to check for the recording options. Once click on that recording options, now we'll see the recording option. In the recording options, first one will be recording. We have the two modes will be there, HTML mode recording and URL mode recording. So we can go to the HTML advanced, and we are recording HTML mode means this will be by default will be, we need to check this one, a script contain explicit URL and web submit data and record within the current script step. So these two will be by default, we need to check. If it is not there, you need to check it and click on OK, then it will apply. And after that, you need to check for the protocol, which protocol you are selected, that protocol it will displayed here. And after that, one more thing is important, mapping and filter. You need to check for the mapping and filter also, because we are recording for the web-based application means we need to select for the socket level data. For example, you are recording in Winnet means that is a web-based, not web-based application, window-based application like Citrix application, SAP Geo application. So those applications we can select Winnet, but all web-based application we need to by default we need to select for the socket level. That is why you are once open recording option, these two are important, recording options and as same to the mapping and filter. Remaining everything is fine, but these options will be important. And click on OK. After that, you need to click for the OK button. Once
సార్ మీ వాయిస్ వినిపించట్లేదు సార్.
Yeah, hello. You able to hear, right?
Yeah, now
Yeah. I think it is mute. Okay. So now we need to give for the login is done, right? So login is completed. We need to go for the end transaction. See, end transaction nothing but what are the login is completed. That is why we are closing for the login. Again, what we are doing? Click on search flight button. So you need to give for the start transaction. Name it as a search flight button. Otherwise, click on flights button. You need to write for the click on flights and click on OK and again click on flights. So start is completed. Now we need to end this transaction. So this is the end transaction. You can come here and end. So next transaction, what is our transaction?
Find flight.
Find flight. So we are starting means we can give for the start transaction name is a find flight and you can give for the click on OK. Then after that you need to do for our transaction. What are things we need to do? You need to select this one, click on continue. So is a part of this is also find flight only. So that is why I'm not ending for transaction. So now the find flight button is completed. Now you need to end the transaction. Then what we are doing, payment details. So you are giving for the payment details. You can click on this and enter for the payment details. Means we are adding for the start transaction also to end transactions. You can perform. and we'll give for the and credit card number and expire date.
Yes.
Click on continue. So payment is done means what we can do? We can end the transaction. This is the end transaction. So now what is our last step? Sign off. So you need to enter for the start transaction is the sign off. Sign off and click on OK. Then sign off. Sign off is completed. What we can do? We need to end the sign off. So our entire business scenario recorded successfully. Then we need to stop the recording. This is the stop recording button. Just you can click on for the stop record button. So automatically code will be generated. No need to write for the manually. So once code will be generated, we need to do for the some script enhancements. So see, now we can observe everything is recorded or not. We need to see. This is the login. See, started, ended. So you can observe we are giving some data means which function it is generating. Web submit data. So you are giving any data means, for example, we are entering username and password means that is why it is generating for the web submit data. And after that, what we are doing, clicking for the flight buttons. So search flight button, which function it is generated, web URL function it's generated. Means we are clicking anything means it will generated web URL, and you are entering any data means it generated for the web submit data. So after that, what we done, find flight button. We are submitted some data. Which data? Denver and date and Los Angeles. These all things we are submitting. So we are submitting the data. That is why it is generated as a web submit data function. Okay, and then you can observe we are submitting for the flight. That is why it is generated as a web submit data. And after that, we are entering for the payment details. So we are submitting some data, credit card and city, address, one address to expire date. So that is why it is generated as web submit data. Okay, then last one will be sign up. We are clicking for the sign up means it will be sign up will be come. 1 minute. So now you can observe, click on sign up button means we are clicking. That is why which function it is generated? Web URL function. So by clearly identify, right? We are clicking means which function it is generated?
Web URL.
So we are entering any data means web submit data. It is generated. So for example, you miss any transaction by manually also we need to give for the transaction. So this web URL, it is generated from the launch application, your launch transaction, because automatically it is launch is happening, right? So we need to give for the start transaction. You need to click on here, and this is the start transaction. This is the end transaction. Just you can click on the start transaction. Manually also we need to give. This is the which transaction? Launch transaction. And end also you need to give for the like this. You can, this is the end transaction, click on end transaction. Then you need to give for the same name. What are the transaction, start transaction name you are given in the double colon, same name you can give. So while recording the script, this start transaction, end transactions are also very important for us, because of based on this transaction only, we need to find for the each and every transaction response time, how much time it is taking. So now we can save it and we can execute. So this that is the execute means just we are running the script. See, initializing means it is a launching application. See, file booking. See, script will be enter, will be paused. So now you can observe we are given transaction. That is why we are seeing for the response time. Launch it is took for the 460 microseconds, and login and flights, find flight, to sign off, and these things. So you are not given these things. What will happen means everything including for the action part only. So means we need for the each and every transaction response time, how much time it is taking for the one user, as same to the we are executing with the multiple user point of view. Also each and every transaction we are meeting SLA or not. SLA means client will provide for the our all transactions 2 seconds will be our SLA. You need check with the if you are meeting SLA or not with 2000 users. So we can test with the 2000 users. We need to find the each and every transaction within 2 seconds or not, we need check. So that is why is transactions also very important for us to measure the transaction response time. Which purpose we can use start and end transactions? To measure the response time. To measure the response time point of view, we need for the start and end transaction. It's clear, right, everyone, for in as of now?
Yes, sir.
So now we need to do for the some script enhancements for here onwards. We need to do for the script enhancements. Script enhancements nothing but we have the correlation, parameterization will be there. So what is the parameterization means? What are the values we are entering through keyword? Those values we should do parameterize. So for example, anyone guess what are the values we are entered through keyword?
File, date and time.
What are values we are entered in through keyword in application? Username and password. Who entered? We only entered, right? And after that, you can come to here, and here departure and arrival will be, we are selecting, we are not entering. So, and same to the come to here, flight also we are selecting, we are not entering. After that, we are entered for the first name, last name, address 1, address 2, passenger 1, credit card. So these are all things we need to do for the parameterization. Parameterization nothing but what are the values we are entering through keyword, those values we should parameterize. Is clear, Pavani?
Yes, sir.
So now what are the values we are entered?
First name.
On keyboard, first name and password and payment details.
Yeah. So first name, and so we can do for the one by one parameterization. How we can do parameterization means is username will be there, right? You need to select for the username Jojo, and after that click on right button and replace with parameter and click on create new parameter. So which value we are doing? You need to give for the parameter name. What are value we are doing? Username. So you need to give for the username. Username forum. And this is will be text or anything. If it is a text means you need to select for the file. We have that types, different type of types will be there. file and date and time, group name, iteration name, load generator, random number, and table. So we are giving any text or any numeric means you need to select for the file. If it is a date and time means you need to select date and time. For now, we need to select for the file type. And now click on properties. And see, this is the, we are given, this is the name, right? Username param. And now you can click on create table and click on OK. So it is a Jojo came, right? Now by name, you need to select for the which value we are doing, username param. You can select this one. Now we need to enter more data. Why we can do for the majorly correlate parameterization means, for example, we are test with 100 users means we need for the 100 username and password. So that is a realistic environment. So means in for example, in Facebook application will be there. Every user will be used for the there. For example, Pavani will be there. Pavani will be using for C credential, and the same to Lakshmi also using she own credentials, and everyone using for their own credentials, right? So for realistic environment, how they will it is going, and the same to we also doing for testing same that environment wise. That is why we need for the more data, more user data. That is why we need to create for the more users. So we need to add for here. Click on edit with notepad. Now you need to add for the username and pass usernames. Jojo 1, just I am roughly adding Jojo 2, Jojo 3. And Control S means it will save this one. And now we can observe and script. See, all values came, right? So Jojo, Jojo 1, Jojo 2, Jojo 3. So we can do for the parameterization like this and click on close. And after that, you can click on OK and always no. Don't need to replace for all occurrences. So username param is completed. Same thing next what we can do? Password also. Replace with parameter, create new parameter, and you need to give for the name of the parameter name. Which value we are doing?
Password.
Password. So you need to give for the password param, and this is the file type only. Then you can click on properties, and again password param. You can click on create table and click on OK. And after that by name, which value we are doing? Password param. So you can select here password param. And you need to enter for the data. Means you can click on edit and bean 1 and bean 2. Just roughly I'm adding. It's not a username password means we need to create and we need to give for the actual values for here. So now we can go here. So what are the values we are given? All values is picked, right? So click on close and click on OK and no. So like this we can do for the parameterization for all values. Okay, understand, right, everyone?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, sir.
So this is the file type. Now we can see for the one date and time. For example, the departure date will be there. For example, we are not done here parameterization. What will happen? Already this date will be done. So maybe day after tomorrow we need to execute this test means the departure date will be 9th will be sure. But for example, 8th will be there. Okay, assume today 8th, right? Okay, 8th will be there. So what will happen? For today it will work script because of today it is fine. But tomorrow we are executing means we need for the current date or future date. So that is why we can do for the parameterization. Same thing, you can select this one and after that click on right button and replace with parameter and create new parameter and give for the name of this one. Related name you can give. So here you can give for anything is fine. Kiran also you can give, Pavani also you can give, Lakshmi also you can give, Basha also you can give. But you don't give for that type of, because if someone, you can see for our script Okay, he done for the username parameterization. He done for the password parameterization. He done for the departure date is a parameterization. So someone C means easy to understand. So that is why we need to give for the related names. Not don't give for the our names and our children in these things. Okay. Depart date param means departure date param. So then again click on properties.
This is date you are selecting file only, no?
Yeah, we can select date and time. So now we can select a date and time. So based on our format, we need to select for the, see our format, what is the format? Month,
Month, date,
date,
year.
year.
Here.
So you need to select for your different formats will be there. We need to select this one. For example, this is the month, date, year. But
Yes.
our will be 2022 will be there. So, but here will be 22 it is showing, but we want to give for the capital Y, then it is showing as a, this is our format. So you can edit also is possible here. You can edit and you need to which format we want. We need to give for that format. Okay. So click on close and click on OK and always no. So date and time parameterization also done. So now we can execute once we done some parameterization, right? We can do for all also, but now I done for the your understanding point of view. Two file and one is the date. Now we can execute and we'll see the output window. So you want output window, you need to see for the results means in runtime settings. Here will be runtime settings will be there. You can click on runtime settings in the logs. Every time will be extend logs and parameter substitution need. This will be need, and after that you need to save it. Then come to the action. This is the replay button, execution button, or is a shortcut key will be F5. Just you can click on F5. So test will be passed, but we got some error, I think. Which error that one? See, invalid column name, password, and param it is showing. So once again, you need to go for the that parameter list means control plus L is the shortcut. Control L, and you need to click on this username. So by name, it is you need to select this one. That is why it is show as a wrong, and by name this is also password, and this will be fine. Now we can again check your password param and username param means now we can close it. Then that is why invalid column name it is showed. So now we can again execute. This is the replay button. Click on replay. So the script will be paused. Now we can observe parameterization we done, right? That will be values done or not. You need to check again why we are not saved. Huh? Okay. Username param. By name password. Okay. So then so now we can observe parameterization we done, right? Those values is captured or not. We need to check. See departure date param 3/8/2022. It is captured. Password and it's not a username param delimiter. Again, we can execute. Now we can observe everything we need to see for the in output window. We are done for the parameterization for anything. You should be, this is the output window. See, everyone able to see, right? This is the output window. You need to see for the everything. See, so transaction launch is started and ended with past status. This is the duration. And after that, login is started and ended with. See, we are done for the username param, password, so Jojo, password will be Bean. Okay.
Yes,
And we done for the departure date param 03/08/2022. For example, we want to for this date, future date, past date means we need to do for the in parameterization. You can go to the control L in the list. You can select here offset will be there. You can select here. You need to give for the 2 days you are given. Then again execute. Now we can observe which date it will come. 2 days means future means which date it will come?
And
10th date will come, right? We can check it came 10th or not, we'll check. See which date it came? 10. So
10.
we want to future date means we need to what we done. You can click on the control L means parameter list and you can select the departure date. I given for the offset is 2 days. Offset nothing but is a future date. For example, I want to go with the